Welcome. Here we go again. And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they not belong to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he hands you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves the bow that is stable. Khalil Gibran, my friend Leah, is one of my friend Leah's favorite poems. Really happy to see you guys tonight. Me and my shadow, what's up? Tom, good to see you. Kim Princess, what's up? Carolyn, not Carolyn, Carol, sorry about that. Miss Meacham, how are you doing, girlfriend? Really happy to have you as always. Oh, Mary Jo. Oh, it's going to be a nice crowd tonight. Charlene Shaz, hey, what's up? So, as always, I want to thank my sponsors, Fried Okra Entertainment and my good friend Ernie Mosteller. You can catch Ernie's Instagram page, really amazing work, and my friend Audrey Asciutto from Audrey Asciutto Realty. And Audrey has a really amazing place downtown called Audrey's Place. Nice bed and breakfast right on the Circle of Sebring. Really cool place if you're in town to stay. And my heartfelt thanks for my angels and helping us stay afloat and keep going and keep bringing stuff here with you. So welcome, really super happy to see you. It's the Monday night lineup, so make sure you get Nancy's show. You'll have to get that on the replay now. And hope you enjoyed tonight. And as always, stick around for Jennifer Rose on the Love Show and just make it kind of a night. Yeah. All right. It would be remiss if I didn't keep you informed of what the heck is going on with the sun, which is really super intense. A few days ago, we got hit by a couple of X-class solar ejections. And those happened hours apart. So we've got two blasts coming in, and they just started cranking in yesterday. And if you're feeling it, you're really feeling it today. Thanks, Mary Jo. We're glad you're here too. Just give yourself some extra time. Makes you feel a little drained, a little cranky, a little little scattered and not quite. So there are some people have headaches and stuff with it. So, it's not you. It's the soup we're living in right now. And, just take some extra kindness and love for yourself while it's going on. Yeah, let's see here. Jennifer McCormick, welcome. Jennifer Rose, always happy to see you. Jennifer's show, Embracing Infinity, that happens on Fridays, really gotten to be one of my favorite shows. I love her guests, and every single one of them like just gives you some brain food to like think on and stretch and push the boundaries of what you think is possible, and take away the limits on the limitless you. So if you get if you're thinking about it, haven't caught it on Friday afternoons, go back and check out some of those replays. And I'm really looking forward to the guests she's got coming up soon as well. So yeah, it's been a crazy week. It has really just been a crazy few weeks, and some really amazing and fantastic things have happened. So before we get into that, I want to talk about my guest this evening. We met about 4 years ago, right after I moved here, and how we met. Oh, that's a show all by itself. Yeah, maybe that should be on the Love Show or something. And I just have rarely connected with somebody. Leah's got this kind of energy where when we get together, it's a nice vibe, but we also sort of amplify each other. And as we got to know each other, it's just like, wow, you were just such a mirror reflection. We're talking on the phone, and I'm like throwing out Monty Python lines that she picks up and does the next line, and read a bunch of the books I've read, and we have like way super deep connection just on that. And then my magical journey has been really like all over the place, and a like great deal of it, like especially at the beginning, I didn't really have teachers. There was no internet. There was just books and learning, and hopefully you might meet a person or two that had some knowledge about it. And Leah had kind of a really similar thing, although yeah, let me not get ahead of myself here. No, okay. So I really have rarely met somebody that we could just get together and start practicing and doing energy work, spiral fire and moving energy around us, and it's was just shocking and like, wow, I can't believe I found you again. And we have a really great time practicing, and she brings some really deep energy work to her work. um, Leah is also a really skilled yoga instructor. She's been certified in a number of different disciplines, and uh, really takes that seriously. And it's not just the physical workout, it's really the spiritual workout as well. So we have, I've gotten a whole bunch of little notes over the years about, what's up with the jewelry, and asking about that. And I wanted to give props to Leah tonight. First of all, Leah Kittner, my very, very good friend. And hey, Michael Zinn, good to see you. Yeah, let me make sure I'm saying hey to everybody here. Hey, Rebecca, welcome. Yeah, everybody's giving each other their props. Lynn, Juno. Lynn and I have had some really interesting interactions, man. She's a good woman. I'm getting really happy I'm getting to be friends with her. Yes. Arnie, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, yeah, I always forget to check the little one down here. Yeah, so it's a good group. So anyway, Leah and I have just been practicing. We read each other's minds, and uh, you know, one of the things that she like experienced on her journey was her father was very skilled in uh, martial arts, lots of different disciplines of energy work, and he brought that like kind of intensity to her, like Jaime. I've been learning some stuff from her dad as well, and I got together with her one night, and I was like, "Yeah, man, your dad's a really great teacher," and she got this look on her face like. Something tasted bad. She goes, "Yeah, if you want to learn from Jaime, Jaime is the kung fu master that teaches the student in Kill Bill movies, and he's just brutal, man, brutalizes. No, do it again. So she kind of came from that intensity about it, and as I thought back, I understood the face, and he imparted a lot of really deep questing. I think one of the things we share is kind of an insatiable, ooh, what's that? I wonder what would happen with that, and as brutal as it was, he really instilled in her a really fearless spirit. And it's great to just go explore and not be afraid and be happy with or confident in your own abilities to get through and go. And it's been a super treat. So Leah makes jewelry, and she used to do some stuff that was kind of more general public stuff and did shows and stuff, but kind of got out of that over the last couple of years, and has really kind of focused on having a small clientele that likes custom stuff that is built for specific needs. And that's really where she's kind of heading right now. We're going to talk about some of the pieces she's made for me over the years, what they were about. So without running my mouth anymore, Leah Kittner. Welcome, Leah.
Oh, thanks, B. And yeah, it's well, like the poem was about children, and you mentioned my dad, and I was actually very fortunate to have a parent that, if I had a question about something, rather than tell me how to think or what to think, taught me how to think and would hand me a book and let me formulate my own opinions about things, and then actually give me a space to voice those opinions and reflect on what I've read or what I've heard. And I think that's important now for all of us as human beings, to not just want to be heard or be correct, but to understand and to have a thirst for understanding and knowledge, and not just anticipating what to say next, or if I'm correct or you're correct or any of that. And that was something that was very great when I met Bryan B. We didn't have to explain these things. Okay? We could just jump right in there and say, you like rocks? I like rocks. You like sticks? I like sticks. Like, let's go count the stars. And yes. And so there was very little explanation needed, and we were able to just jump right into these higher-minded conversations and not worry about, am I right or correct or no, like, this is, in my experience, this is what has happened, and this is how I've adapted to overcome this, or how I interpreted this, and it's helped me in my life. And when comparing notes, they were quite similar as far as we had different ways of coming to these understandings. But
we got to a lot of the same conclusions.
Yes.
Like from very extremely different ways. But when you put it into practice, and it's not just reading or getting information, that's the first part of it. But putting it into practical action in your life is the way to kind of find your truths, and your truths are not everybody's truths. That was something I came to, oh no, no, your truth is your truth based on your experience and where you are, and how the whole has revealed to you up to that point. That's why I say I don't really have any. Like, the only truth for me that exists now is the source. Everything else is a reflection or a refraction or an illusion. And it's all like parts. But the only thing that's whole and total, non duality, infinite love, like everything, that's the source. And that's true. So, like, on the way, I've got my truth of the moment. This is my best guess based on all the information and empirical testing I can pull out right now. And it's my truth until something better shows up that another level reveals, man. It's like, you start seeing how many there are. And like, how could you ever get that totality until you go merge with the source? So, but along the way, generating those truths, those are great lessons for you. And I think you probably came here to explore that and find the person that you forgot and bring that back to life and open those up. And, the things that you give yourself, your clairvoyant abilities, your projective abilities, those things, like, when you use them all the time, they actualize into your light body. They become part of you. They're not just things that you know about or things that you think. They become part of the fabric of your actual light body. And, if you come back around, you bring that back with you and get to start there, Welcome, Paula. You're new here. I'm glad to have you with us tonight. And we're going to get in some practice a little bit. We'll be doing some readings at the end of the show. And I hope you enjoy yourself tonight. Hope you leave feeling a little better than you did when you showed up. So awesome. And
I've always found in practice, right, it's usually the simplest things that we can incorporate into our everyday. And it's as simple as physics and positive and negative. What we focus on.
Okay, so I've got the whole Jinsen Jitsu thing. I've like rammed down your guys' throats.
Yeah.
Do the car sit one.
Oh yes, our friend Mary Jo, who's on the show this evening, was not feeling so hot on our trip out to the beach, and we did just some very simple holding on to the palm where the middle finger reaches the palm for about 30 seconds. Then in between the thumb and forefinger, pressing another 30 seconds. And then the 3 fingers from the palm on this part of the wrist for 30 seconds. And then we switch, do it on the other side until you can't stand doing it any longer. And then, it works. It's so simple.
Well, that's the Jinsen Jitsu thing. And, when you get involved in the whole ritual aspect of it and how complex and like, oh man, it seems like everything has to be a big thing. But, you get your little tricks that work every single time. And, it doesn't get any simpler than holding your hand, holding your finger. Like, the only thing simpler than that is doing absolutely nothing. And, I kind of feel like those are my treasures that I've dug up over many, 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 many decades. That's one of the things like I feel really strongly about in the show. It's like I try not to really bring anything to you guys that I haven't like significantly road tested myself. And, I think that's one of the ways that you get down to that little super simple thing you keep carving away. What's at the end? And it's always really something super simple and pure. Yeah, Mary Jo said, yeah, it helped.
And as a yoga instructor, as simple as breath, as consciously bringing the breath down into the belly instead of up here in the chest and where we get all choked up, and bringing it back down. As a yoga instructor, practicing what you preach is also important. So when you notice that the breath gets caught up in the chest and the shoulders are up in the ears and everything's all we can notice this happening, and what is actually happening with the breath is triggering all those cortisols, all those other stress hormones, all those anxious things that maybe we're not processing, maybe we just process later. So we can process it right away, bring it down to a more manageable level by just bringing that breath back down into the belly. Fully in, fully out, fully in, fully out. It's as simple as breath works. It works. It stops the stress hormones. It tells the brain and the body to stop that whole train wreck, nip it in the bud before it even gets out of control.
Well, I just, as you're doing that, you're going to do the breathing exercise to take us down now tonight. Yeah. Oh, I've got the most amazing news. Wow, did you just see? I got all excited and the picture went. So Leah and I have been doing like a yoga sound bath combo thing for about 3 years now. And it's really developed its own life, and we've like learned so much. And now it's kind of like this like integrated dance that's really super cool. And we've had a couple of places that we get to actually do that as a business thing and get paid, but we've been going to Faded every Sunday morning at 9:00 for about 3 years, and really honing the craft. And it's been really fun and cool. But we kind of got some fruit on the tree this week and found out that is it a healthcare symposium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're Thursday and Friday of this week, 30th and the 1st. We've been invited to do 2 days of a healthcare symposium. Dennis, good to see you, man.
For Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mental health, yeah. Month. So they asked us to do a sound bath yoga thing, and I'm going to also the second day we're going to bring a grounding and our little energy emergency pack, and I'm just so psyched to be able to like get in front of some people that could help us move this a little farther along and spread it out. And it just felt like a really nice confirmation from the universe. Like, yeah, this is really good work.
From the backyard at Faded to the little convention center here. That's not
bad. Yeah,
not terrible.
But you know what? All those mornings at Faded we didn't really know what we were doing, and we were just experimenting and trying, and it was great to let it have that space
out in nature.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, so we're running out of time a little bit. Let me actually talk about. Thank you, Evelyn. Yes, thank you very much. Let's see. It is. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay, so I love Leah's jewelry. As you know, I wear it pretty much every night on the show. And I wanted just to show a couple of pieces. And I also wanted to offer up, like if you guys have a specific, okay. This is, these are African trading beads that were on a ritual necklace that I wore every time I did magic for over a decade. And super charged, I'm like really different now. I wanted something different, but I loved this necklace so much, and it had so much of me in it. I just absolutely wanted to like repurpose it. So I threw it into Leah's court and told her what I wanted to use it for. And as much as I wanted to tell her what I wanted, I just actually took some good advice and shut the hell up and let her go to town. And it came back like super inspired. And the quartz crystals are 6 quartz crystals. 6 is my number. This blue little glassy thing in the middle. I like when I go out and wear this, I like jack that thing up. And a couple people have asked me if there's a battery in there. Yeah. So anyway, just talk about your process a little bit and how you got going.
This is definitely one of my favorite pieces. primarily because it is a magical piece. It was a magical piece to start with, and then I got to put intention in there with what I know of Bryan, what he was asking for, and then really sit in that space, meditate it with it, and give it a new life. And that's what I really enjoy. I have friends bring me pieces all the time, like, oh, I really love this, but it broke, but I saved the pieces. Could you fix this mala, or could you fix this whatever earrings? And I don't repair it per se. I rework it and give it a new life. It's still basically the same. It's just the same beads arranged in a different way. So instead of being sideways like these guys were before, they're hanging oriented, but with intent, with the crystals, with the numbers.
The numbers, like all of the details of it, like how many beads are on the thing.
Usually 108 for the malas, but occasionally I'll do 111 depending on the guru bead and the fun tassels that I've been dyeing as well, hand dyeing to match the different stones. And a lot of the wrap stones that I collect in North Carolina. I have the best time going to the rock shops and, being like, oh, this is going to be great for this person or this project or whatever. And it's really when I got out of the mindset of like, oh, like who's going to buy this versus this is for this person.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt that with intention.
Watching your energy as you do that is always so amusing. I'm like, oh man, she's like zeroed in.
And then when I get to see people that I know and love wearing my pieces out, and they get compliments, and they're like, I get compliments on this all the time, and that's just, I just love looking at it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm staring at my jewelry that you're wearing.
Yeah. I've busted her so many times, like staring, like, ooh. Yeah, but the problem is she gives it away too fast. Like she finishes it and gives it to you instead of like we're having it around for a couple of weeks, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I wanted to share the story of this. This is one of my really favorite pieces. It's a turquoise mala with little bone skulls and a big skull down on the end. And the purpose of this, I do a lot of house banishings and spirit cleansings, some exorcisms, that sort of thing. And that energy is always really super intense. And I'm good about like how to manage that, but having a little energy shield on that never lets any of that attach to you to begin with, really great idea. And this is, Evelyn's asking you a question. Do you wrap cabochons as well as incorporating them?
Yes, I do. Here's one.
Well, now that you mention it.
That's one of B's favorite stones there.
Yeah, lapis lazuli.
And I get the cabochons from North Carolina as well. And again, always fun to look at, to play with, but they speak to me, and I'm like, all right, I'm not walking out of here without this rock. But then you really can't take me hardly anywhere. I'm not trying to walk out with rocks.
So Leah's stuff is like she really does serious juice into her work, and not just energy, but like she has some really super focused intent. So she made this for me, and it worked like gangbusters. Long story short, this is not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. I have a really good friend who's a very good medium and lives in Germany, and she is like a sponge, and she just absorbs. And she ran afoul of somebody that was kind of like doing some really negative stuff, putting some really black energy on her, and it was making her mad, and it was just very, very bad. So I did a full 4-band, 5-band, because we went to the we worked on the magic as well. Super intense grounding. It worked great. Her face, like I wish I could have a picture of her face at the beginning of that and at the end of it. Absolutely over the top like another person. And I'm all like jacked up and, oh yeah, there we go. Went really good. And, well, actually I need to go back. Right? Yeah. So I'm sitting on the front porch getting ready for this. I know it's going to be pretty intense because I already did a reach out and it was like, wow, man, that's pretty thick. So I've got my necklace on and I'm sitting out on the front. I'm like kind of doing some prayers and really just thinking about my process and letting it kind of connect to that and see where I needed to push. A friend of mine came over and was just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden we hear a pop and the necklace broke and spilled out all over. So we got all the beads. I had kind of a backup plan, but this is, I keep it supercharged. It's turquoise, which is what the Navajos always use to repel any kind of outside spiritual influence or negative energy of any kind. Okay, so the reading went really great. The banishing went really great. At the end of it, I'm feeling really good. And I was about to go into my personal cleansing. And a couple people came over, crashed through the door, and like, wow. And a couple hours went by. I forgot about doing it. Bad wizard. So the next day, I'm putting some lights around that door, big door frame back there. And I'm down at the bottom attaching the little LEDs, and the whole door started falling and I couldn't get under it in time to save it. Crashed on my like kitchen table, broke a bowl, one of my crystal bowls. Oh, it was just devastating. And a bunch of pieces broke and it laid around for a long time because I just couldn't. Oh, it was really terrible. So I kind of really remembered, you can't ever get cocky. And I make sure this stays with me all the time. We did it's a very useful little guy. So anyway, let's get into some breath work and maybe a little guided meditation. Then we'll do some readings after that. Okay. So, if you have, and by the way, Evelyn, thanks. Amazing. And yeah, it really does, it's my nails too. So that's Leah's next commission. Make me something really beautiful, please. Thank you so much, by the way, for that gift. That was really, 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 really sweet of you. Thank you very much. All right. So if you want to, if you have something special, something old, something that's been kicking around, like this is an old Bedouin charm thing, and get into it. You can get in touch with Leah at thewizardofod.com, the website down at the bottom. Leah doesn't really have a website, and her clientele is pretty much one-on-one. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'll be happy to connect you guys up and have her do something really custom for you. If you're doing any kind of ritual work, any kind of cleansing work, any, a little extra something to, just kind of amplify your personal intent, always really super good. And I can't say enough about how wonderful it's been to have you. So there we go.
Tools in the toolbox.
Yes, exactly. All right.
That are pretty tools.
And they're pretty. They're sparkly.
Shiny rocks.
All right. So we're gonna deviate a little bit from our usual routine. I'm gonna make some sacred space. And for all of you new people, that haven't been with us before, the bowl is not the thing that creates a sacred space. I'm going to be using the bowl as a vehicle to send out my own energy and intent and create a field for us all to connect to, which, we kind of talked about this last week, how the readings at the end of the show, even though I'm doing really individual readings, they also take on kind of this is for everybody, man. And I think that's because we're all cluing into this space and really creating a genuine sacred space for us to be immersed in. And I think that's really cool. So I'm going to be doing a little cleansing in the room. When it comes around and does the clang, take the energy from, gather your energy in your solar plexus. And in your room, when you hear that clang, just burst that energy out 360, bright white energy, and just sweep out energetically that whole room. Just make it really nice and clean and pristine. Okay. And then we'll do our little, we'll do our circle creation. Here we go. With the radiant light of the source, banish and clean this space and make this place pure. With the brilliant radiant light of the source, the true light, banish and clean this space and make this place pure. With the brilliant radiant light of the source, banish and clean this space and make this place pure. We come together tonight in joy and love to create our sacred space, our place of safety and sanctuary and light. We ask that our angels, our guides and allies be with us and present. They share their wisdom, their knowledge, their understanding. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source, we open our circle. So this is the place where I usually do the ride down to blank space, but I'd kind of like to throw it into your court and do a nice little breath. Anything you feel like, it doesn't have to be that at all, and just take us someplace.
All right. Let's find a nice seated, comfortable position. Bring the head, neck, and spine into one straight line. And at first, just bring the awareness to the breath. Rising and the falling of the chest and belly. I invite you to inhale and fill the belly. Fill the chest all the way up to the shoulders. Exhale from the shoulders. 2, 3, 4. Chest. 2, 3, 4. Belly towards the spine. Inhale, fill the belly. Chest. Shoulders. Exhale, shoulders. Chest. Belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. all the way to the top. Exhale. All the stale air from the lungs. Inhale. Exhale. Returning to your breath. Focusing on the point between the eyebrows, our third eye chakra. Thank you for joining me.
That was a good one. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All right. So there looks like a few people out there. If you're, Lama Luna. Hey, good to see you. Yeah. All right. Before I get into individual readings, I'm going to do a group reading. Everybody stay kind of focused. We've got a good circle going tonight. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. Words of wisdom for our energetic family. They're loud tonight. All right, number 69, the angel of restitution. Yeah. I love reading this card. Your body, mind, and spirit rejoice. A sense of fulfillment and emotional satisfaction infuses your entire being. You have learned to compromise, to release your worry and problems by concentrating on simple, ordinary pleasures. Breathing. Manifest your abilities in tangible ways. Create your own glorious reality with the gift of your superlative creative imagination. You have conquered all the terrors on your path home. Your wish can now come true. Enjoy. Bask in the deep and quiet inner contentment that comes with attaining your goals. There is a voluminous joy. Your future is assured and material gains are now possible. You will experience good health and a profound sense of well-being. Life will be easier as your worries disappear and new jewels materialize. You have come and gone from your unconscious with ease. Oh, no, sorry. You come and go from your unconscious with ease. You can now visualize what your desire with such detail and clarity that it comes into being. You have the resources and the knowledge to nurture others along the same path you have traveled, for you now recognize that nothing serves you better than a simple good time. Let your contribution fulfill you and feel the spirit of life as you create with your talents and manifest your magic. Ah, really super awesome. All right. Kayana, I will get to you next. This one's for Evelyn, my friend Evelyn. All right, Evelyn, focus, girlfriend. Deep breath. It's centered. Words of wisdom from my good friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom from my good friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom from my good friend Evelyn. Number 12, the angel of refuge and shelter. Dissatisfaction. It's the prison that locks you in an unsatisfying lifestyle, job, or relationship. Face the fear that says you'll fail. Oh, this one's so like directly to you. Face the fear that says you'll fail and all your efforts will be for nothing. Every little step you take, you're creating your escape. You have planted the seed and completed the work. You have to wait. Yeah, don't rush it. Wait for the fruit to grow and ripen when it's ready. Plant your crops, sow the seeds most likely to grow. With no exceptions, cultivate patience. I'm on that same train with you. Refrain from dwelling on your doubt and fear of failure while you wait. Hard, necessary. Resist the call of depression when things are slow. Don't worry about finances, it'll work out. Learn from the lesson being presented and understand when your focus is feeling pity for yourself, the work cannot continue. Your own impatience can ruin everything. Measure your decisions now before you move ahead. Be objective and ask yourself, is this what I really want? Maintain your balance on all levels. Be aware of others, not to inflict hurt on anyone during this time of change, and grow your patience. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Evelyn says I'm laughing. Wait. Dude, they were talking directly to you, Evie. That's for sure, man. That's so funny. And it's all really good advice. It's not. It's like just listen and laugh about it and then go about implementing it, right? Okay. Kayana, this one's for you. Let's see here. All right. Kayana, I want you to think that you're standing face to face with me. We're looking at each other in the eye, and just really focus. If you have something specific you want to know about, really beam that hard, okay? And take take 3 nice deep breaths with me. Get focused. Bring it down. One more. Bring it down. Words of wisdom for my friend Kayana. Words of wisdom for my friend Kayana. Words of wisdom for my friend Kayana. Number 39, the angel of filial submission. '39, very special number. Focus and release this conscious state of sadness. Let your emotions flow freely so that they do not block you. Sorrow is the cleansing and purifying process of grief. Allow your feelings to wash over you and release any anguish that is built up over your loss. Even in the most loving relationships, there are times of conflict, pain, and separation. Solve your problems by expressing your feeling in a creative way. Yeah, like art, music, like music coming out of you. Bring new methods to your old patterns. Release the stifling energy so that you can heal. Refuse to harbor any negative thoughts. Focus on feelings, experience them, and then release them completely. Don't circle them. This will allow a new creative breakthrough to enter and take its place. And then the like energetic explosion happens and like, whew. There is only one response to true sorrow. Do not try to hide from pain. Embrace it with your heart, accept it, and go beyond it. The seeds of the new ideas germinate and await their birth. Be creative and let your ideas out. Love what you have to give the world. Give your spirit freedom and discover an endless source of new light through your creativity. Yeah, I'm sorry you're hurting, and I understand that loss like really hard. But it's all really good, all really part of your process. And as much as it doesn't seem that way right now in the scope of your path and your journey back to the light, it's perfect in the moment. Yeah, play some music, baby. Like I think you write, right? You play, and if you're like, yeah, and let me give you a little trick. This is a super crazy simple thing again, and it works every time. You know, I do a humming thing. I have everybody hum when we do our box breathing thing, and on the exhale, have everybody do a really low resonant hum. First of all, physiologically, it makes your brain like the exchange in between neurons go really smooth. It's like a lubricant in your brain. It stimulates your vagus nerve, and it also creates a huge amount of nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator. It's great for blood pressure and any kind of vein thing. And I defy you to hum and feel bad. I go to the grocery store now and I'm like, I hum through the store. And I can't, like people look at me sometimes. As a matter of fact, I've been in the grocery store line a couple times and I like writing, music. It's like a big part of my life. And I'm like, and I got a groove going. And a few weeks ago, this woman turned around and said, wow, nice tune, man. I'm like, oh, so I'm spreading joy even as I'm humming. So such a simple trick. Try it really, really hard. The other thing I want to give you is out of our little Jinsen Jitsu survival kit, just take your right hand. I'll go into this in another show here shortly, but just trust me for the moment. If you're right-handed, take your right hand and wrap it around your ring finger and just sit there for 15 or 20 minutes. You can talk on the phone, you can watch TV. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. If you're taking a bath and just soaking, if you're meditating, hold that. That finger, all of these fingers relate to emotions: worry, fear, anger, grief. And it really, really, really does work, man. All the simple ones, all the like pure simple ones really work. So hum while you're holding your finger. Yeah, and feel better, man. My heart could not go out. I know that feeling. So anyway, all right, let me see. There were some other people down here too. Okay, Paula. All right, you know the drill, Paula. Focus really hard. If you feel the flow, please interject. I hear you over there thinking. I should have said that. Oh, all right, Paula, get really, really focused. Let's take 3 deep breaths together, all right? They're in rare form tonight. Words of wisdom from my friend Paula. Words of wisdom from my friend Paula. Words of wisdom from my friend Paula. Number 5, the angel of healing. Completion and a new beginning. You have succeeded. Hang on 1 second. You have succeeded, perfected your art, and you will feel balance, satisfaction, and joy. Make plans to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. Romantically, you could be forming some sound foundations for a new relationship, possibly marriage. It will be a rich and satisfying match. You'll know why I'm laughing in just a second. Your mind is buzzing, creative and sharp now. Seeds you planted begin to bear fruit. Rewards will be received for your past efforts, and abundance will be the word of the hour, and prosperity rules. Let me read that again. Abundance will be the word of the hour, and prosperity rules. Meet and beat your present challenge, and you will feel a sense of completion. The welcomed regeneration when opposite energies finally harmonize. These moments are a deep soul cleansing. Celebrate and be generous with your treasure. Show appreciation to those who supported you. Give yourself permission to be your biggest self. Allow your higher spirit to assist you in lending assistance to others. You would be if you're not already, you're like, you have some super good healing juice. Life is a beautiful celebration. Embrace it at every turn of the road. You are a seeker on the path, enjoying the comfort of being spiritually centered, secure in the knowledge of actions completing the karmic contract. Your course has been established and proven. Feedback is excellent. Let there be celebration. There you go. Yeah, they've been very, very kind this evening. Yes, Dennis, absolutely. You know the drill, Dennis. We've been doing this a long time. Words of wisdom from my friend Dennis. Words of wisdom from my friend Dennis. Words of wisdom from my friend Dennis. Number 6, the angel of light and understanding. This is a trippy card, man. It was trippy communicating. Yeah. So impatient. If you want your dreams to become realities, they need to be fueled by focused intent, willpower, and energy. Be and stay in a state of gratitude for your many, many blessings. You will always see positive improvement in every situation, even the ones that seem negative at the time. You just have to keep trying and never, never give up. When you love, be willing to share it. Be thankful for everything and everyone you have. Focus on the smaller things in life, the simple stuff. And appreciate the things that really count. Joy is so powerful, it can't be stopped. But the world and its relentless pressures can obscure the brilliance of the light. This creates a need to learn to appreciate what you have. Find your happiness regardless of others' opinions. Perfect. Let's see. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, Dennis. You're welcome, Paula. Yes, you're welcome, Kayana. All right. Let me make sure I haven't. Yes, it is, Evelyn. Evelyn goes, yeah, it's impossible to hum and be grumpy. Like I came to that realization in the store. It's not even like, even when I'm in a pissy mood and I go into the store and I'm like, and you can't. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anybody. Alana. Okay. All right. This is our last one. You know the drill, Alana. It's really an upbeat evening. They're not usually this effusive with goodness. They're usually like, "You're so impatient. Why are you doing that? Stop! Stop worrying." Yeah, man, it's been a fun one.
Humming has recently been my go-to for overthinking. When I try and overcomplicate things and overthink things, it's really not that complicated. And, of course, I want to make it complicated for myself. I don't know why.
We do that, don't we?
But humming really helps.
Do you have a specific tune?
No, actually, it depends on what I'm overthinking, I guess.
Words of wisdom from my good friend Alana. Words of wisdom from my good friend Alana. Words of wisdom from my good friend Alana. Super cool card. The Angel of Fertility. Yeah, I always loved it. Yeah, this one has kind of an Egyptian feel to me. I've always dug. When you are on top of the hill, there is always someone who wants that spot and challenges you. Face the envy and jealousy of those who want what you have. There will be times when you feel outnumbered. It will appear that everyone is against you. Feel the strength within you. Don't allow fear, don't allow fear to discourage you. Recognize that your position is always stronger than you think it is. Don't give in to depression or anxiety. To find a clear course of action, and your self-confidence will return to overcome all the obstacles. Have complete trust and absolute faith in your inner voice. Remain patient. Make no rash, unwise decision. Be fearless. Because you're never alone. Yeah.
That was a good one to end with.
That was a perfect one, as a matter of fact. Let me check the little side guy over here, make sure I haven't missed anybody. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Sure, Michelle. Focus really hard. It was number 30, Alana. All right, Michelle, focus really hard. Nice deep breath with me. Words of wisdom from my good friend Michelle. Words of wisdom from my good friend Michelle. Words of wisdom from my good friend Michelle. Number 16, the angel of loyalty. I love this one. You know, I should start reading with one of my new decks, but that one's like 11 years old. I can't give it up. All right, here we go, Michelle. Your problems are real, and because you cannot directly attack them, you have chosen to internalize that anger and resentment hidden within yourself. You're becoming rigid. Narrow-mindedness is a defense response to fears and insecurities you have experienced. Anger turned in on itself soon becomes depression, which leads to self-doubt and shame. Until the anger is released and true changes are made, your feelings remain buried. Choose to believe that tomorrow, every single second of this is a choice. Not what happens to you, but how you react to it. Totally a choice. Choose to believe that tomorrow holds new promise and hope. Be ready, be patient, and believe that you have won. You've won. Trust that good news is coming. Be patient and believe in the blessings about to be bestowed. Do not rush anything now. Allow your tool to be your faith and trust in God's power to turn your situation around. Nothing like the source, especially when you're coming in a state of gratitude. Draw from the energy of the source for guidance and support as you work through your self-doubts. Yeah, you know, the tarot card for this is the Nine of Swords. One of my most hated cards, because the Nine of Swords is all about looking at your situation, and instead of finding the goodness about it, like the part of it that's your lesson, the part that you can gain from, you'll think about every way it can hurt and how bad it's going to suck. And this card, I know this really like well, because this card like just, it's so me, man. My Aquarian air, overthink anything. And, you know, the original Rider-Waite deck card for this is guy laying back on a dais, and suspended over his whole body from foot to head are 9 swords hanging on threads that are frayed and about to fall. And what that symbolizes is you going inward and creating about like, oh, this is going to be awful, and think about how much pain, and like, when in reality, after the 10 of Swords, some people hate that card, but for me at that point, the swords have fallen. It's already over. There's no reason to torture myself, and I am the master of creating possible scenarios for it sucking in my own mind. I've really had to expend a ton of work on that, and it's way better. So just realize that a lot of the perspective that you have on it is your own choice in how you see it. Change your perspective, change your world in really tangible ways. Okay. And, you know, you could do with the grief finger, You could definitely do with the anger finger, and you could definitely do with the thumb, with the worry. Okay? Grief, anger, worry. All right? It's all going to be good, man. You've already won. You just need to realize it yourself. All right. Yes, it does, doesn't it? All right. I guess we have reached the end of our sojourn and our journey here. Yes, these guys never let me down ever, Michelle. So like, you know, like so many things will tell you what you want to hear, but I can always count on them telling me what I need to hear, even when it's not necessarily really pretty. Although we got a lot of really pretty stuff tonight. Yeah. And Jennifer, there you go. That's awesome. Okay. So as always, put hit that like, subscribe, leave a hashtag live for me, and if you think anybody would benefit, would benefit from a little practice. We try to get in some really genuine energy practice every week. Please bring them along, and we'd love to have them as part of the family. I'm very grateful for all of you guys showing up, spending so much time with us and your energy, and I appreciate you more than I can say. And if you want to reach out to me, right down there, wizardofod.com or bryanlar@gmail.com. Either one, I'm really happy to communicate. Kim, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And let's see, any last words? What would you like to leave everybody with, Miss Kittner?
Choice. The choice is ours. All right? The choice is ours.
There you go. Thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Thanks again, you guys. And until next week. We joyously come to the conclusion of our gathering and send everyone on their happy, shining way. We thank the angels, our guides and allies, for their words of wisdom, their knowledge, and their love of the source. And with absolute gratitude for all of it. Gratitude, not just words, gratitude. Infinite unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, we close our circle. Be in the light.